Okay. Hi, everybody. So we're gonna introduce ourselves and then we're gonna go over everything. So I am Rachel Mahoney. I don't know why I did my full name, but I'm Rachel. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the captain of the Leslie University dance team.
I'm Lauren. I'm a senior. I use she, her pronouns, and I am one half of events here for dance team.
My name is Alyssa. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm one half of apparel on dance team.
I'm Gabriella. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the other half of events with Lauren.
We also have one more member on e-board. They could not make it tonight, but their name is Blue Brown, and they are the other half of apparel on the LUDT team. So,
What about team bonding?
team bonding? Good question. And we'll talk about it a little bit because it counts. So obviously we don't have team bonding chairs because there's not enough e-board members. So what we decided to do before the semester started was we kind of assimilated it into everyone on the board. So we are all team bonding chairs and we are also all DEI chairs. So we're all gonna probably be working on team bonding events this year.
Do you have a partner, Rachel?
No, it's just me. It's just me this
No
semester. That's a personal question. So, and I love your questions, Kate, but please save them to the end, okay? Thank you. So, I kind of want to go over what LUDT is all about. So, obviously we're an extracurricular club, and so we are the club that does dance, duh. And we encourage everyone of every identity and skill level to join us in moving their bodies, celebrating dance and all different types of styles of dance. And I'm going to talk about what our team offers, how it runs, how it's supposed to run, and the calendar and the classes that'll be held. So the team usually is run, and we have students create choreographed pieces that are selected in a submission process, and they range in style and difficulty level. Each piece is given a time slot to hold classes. So for example, one class will be held on Mondays from 7 p.m. to 8:25 p.m. and so on and so forth. And so our first week of classes is a trial week. So it's a period of time where you can come to the classes, you can test all of them out, or you can test none of them out, and then you can decide which one is something that you enjoy and something that you think you can participate in. And it's also up to you to determine the skill level. So you can choose whatever skill level you want, whether it's beginner, intermediate, or advanced. And if you don't think the class is a good fit for you, there's no need to commit to it. And then the week that follows is community agreement week. So if you decide to stick with that class, you will be signing an agreement stating that you will stay in that class for the entirety of the semester and then perform in our spring showcase. And then obviously we have a showcase at the end of the semester, which we present to everyone, students, staff, faculty. We've also presented it to friends and family. We are in the process of getting friends and family approved by the cabinet on the facility rentals. So big sleigh there. And so obviously we also have different chairs. So as we all stated, we all have different chairs, and we also do many different things in those chairs. And so we're gonna go over what those are. So I am the captain. So I kind of oversee not menial tasks, but I communicate with Felicia in USG. I communicate with volunteers, lighting and sound techs. I create some submission forms. I'm trying to think of what else I do. I do Instagram posts, thank you. So basically I do all these different tasks that are behind the scenes, and they're all affiliated with each different chair. I kind of am a jack of all trades, so I'm not put into one chair. Like I don't just do team bonding, I do team bonding, I do DEI, I do apparel, I do events, and I do other stuff, and I help out wherever I can. people on board who help make it run, and that's why I'm gonna whoosh it to someone.
I
Lauren.
will totally start. So, like I said before, I'm Lauren. I'm one half of events. And pretty much what events does is the big showcase that happens at the end of the semester. That is our baby. That is what we figure out the theme of the showcase, what the finale song is going to be.
What is it? Or is it a
Secret for right now.
It's a secret for now. You'll find out all in good time. But we also have started, like, we do all the posters and all the prep for the showcase, but also we do workshops that started again last semester in person. So this is going to be our second semester with in-person workshops again. They're going to be called workshop weekends this semester. So, so
Little alliteration.
the first one is going to be in February, and it is going to be, I don't remember the exact dates right now, but it is in the welcome email that you'll receive. There is a submission form if you're interested in running a workshop. Super duper encouraged. It's also not as much of a time commitment as doing a class. So if you were thinking about a class but like weren't quite sure if you want to just dip your toe in the water, then I highly suggest doing a workshop. They're super fun and they're kind of like another team bonding experience. But I'm gonna stop talking now and whoosh it.
I will continue on
Gabrielle.
from that. Yeah, so workshops are kind of like the lower commitment side of dance team. It can be a variety of things, dance related. It could be learning a short little combo, or it could be stretching, improv, things like that. And so anyone can run them, and then anyone can go to them. So it doesn't matter if you're on the team, if you're already in a class or not. Similarly, we also have solo, duo, trios. So that's smaller group dances to still be in our showcase, but they're not like the weekly classes. So we have auditions for that a little later on into the semester, which the date is also in the welcome packet. But yeah, so those are like, if you can't make the commitment of the weekly class, it's still a way that you can be included in the dance team. So.
Because we want you to come hang out here with us. And it's pretty fun.
Alright, my name is Alyssa again. I am working with Blue in Apparel. We work to make fun pieces of clothing and accessories for everybody. There will be a survey sent out soon with all of the designs and the pieces that we've come up with. This survey is an interest form, but it's also binding. So
It's not an interest form.
I mean, not an interest form. It's not an interest form. It's
Should I
binding.
scratch that?
Yeah, scratch that it's not. So what Alyssa's trying to say is it's not an interest form.
Yes.
If you fill out that survey, you are stating that you are buying those items and you will pay for them.
Yes.
Scratch the interest part.
Yes. Sorry for that. Yeah, I think is that it for?
Apparel, so Alyssa explained it very well. And then all your apparel will be available to you at the show week, normally by the second dress rehearsal. And so you'll get to pick it up then, and then you can show it off, and all that. Can you save your question until the end, Karina? Thank you.
And it's Corona.
It's Karina? Thank you,
Okay,
Kate.
I don't know.
Also, this will be said in the survey as well, but the show shirts are free, so we highly recommend that you get one.
Yeah, we allocate that for them so they have no cost. The other items will have like a range depending on how many people indicate that they want them. Kate, can you save your questions until the end? Thank you. So depending on how many people check that they want like a sweatshirt, the cost will go down based on how many people sign up for it. So yeah, that's pretty much all about us and what we do. Team bonding. So again, we all do team bonding. So team bonding, we come up with different fun little activities that we all get to hang out and do. Most of the time they don't have any like relation to dance. They're just like fun little like group activities that we can do and get to know each other better outside of the weekly classes. and then DEI. DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. So again, we are all assimilated into that chair, and so what that entails is we host like open forums about certain identities and their intersection with dance. We make sure that the team is as inclusive as possible, and we encourage anyone of any identity to come join. So that's what DEI does. And now I want to go over what our COVID protocols will be. So obviously Leslie University, they have
Gone linear.
I wouldn't say gone lenient, but they have lifted some of the restrictions, which is completely fine. However, as a team, we're still acknowledging that we're in a pandemic, and we want to keep our members as safe and healthy as possible. We will be switching some of our protocols compared to last semester, and that'll be listed in the welcome meeting packet. So obviously, we are still requiring dancers to wear masks at weekly classes, the welcome meeting, team bonding events, and our dress rehearsals.
And workshops.
And workshops, thank you, Kate. And so the things that will be slightly different is for show week, we are bringing back negative test results. If you were on the team last year, you know that we were requiring dancers to show negative test results at weekly classes and at dress rehearsals. However, it's only going to be for show week. So for show week, you're only going to have to provide a negative test result, and this will allow us to remove masks at certain points. So you'll need to show a negative test result for Wednesday, April 12th, Friday, April 14th, Saturday, April 15th, and Sunday, April 16th. So again, you're only going to need the negative test results for the show week. You will not need to show them in classes. You will just need to wear a mask in classes. Another thing that will be slightly different is for our second dress rehearsal, you'll have the choice of whether to wear a mask when your pictures are being taken when you're on stage. So at every dress rehearsal, we have a photographer come in and take pictures of us. So you can decide if you want the picture or to have you in a mask, or you can have it without a mask. If you choose to take the mask off for the pictures when you're performing your number during the dress rehearsal, you will have to put it on afterwards. And then for the shows, you will also have the choice of wearing your masks on stage during the performance. You can either keep it on while you're dancing or take it off when you're dancing. If you choose to take the mask off for the number that you're in the show, you will have to put it back on when you come back on stage, or back off stage. So that was a lot of information to throw at you, but it's also going to be in the welcome packet. But that's what's slightly different for our semester this time around. We made that decision because we felt that it was accessible to everyone, and that way everyone feels safe and healthy, and we're all making sure that we stay completely healthy during this semester. So that'll be slightly different, and if you need to look at it, it's obviously going to be in the welcome packet. So some other items to go over will be like the team opportunities. So obviously you can be a dance team member, you can be a workshop leader, you can be a choreographer, or you can be an e-board member. So dance team members, we don't require any auditions for someone to join the team. You can participate in any dances or workshops you're interested in. I think we have 2 dances this semester that will be holding audition-only slots. So again, that's only 2 of them out of, I believe, 6 dances. So you get to decide if that's what works for you. And it allows you to choose like a level of commitment that fits for your needs and your schedule. As the events chairs mentioned, you can lead a workshop. What that means is, and obviously you don't have to have any experience to lead one, and you don't have to have any experience to be on the team. We accept anyone, whether they've been dancing their entire lives or whether this is their first time dancing. So for workshop leaders, we would love for you to share whatever you want to do. As Gabrielle, I believe, mentioned, you can do like a stretching one, you can teach a combo. I know I taught an improv workshop last semester. So we can help you kind of figure out a plan if you don't really have a plan for the workshop, if you need support, and we accept submissions each month, is what you said?
Yeah, so it's going to be monthly, and then it'll be 1 on a Friday night, 2 on Saturday, and then 1 on Saturday, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. I'll answer your question, Kate, at the end. And then 1 on Sunday morning. And all of the times are included in the welcome packet that y'all will receive. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So we'll have 1 for February, 1 for March. Still thinking about the next,
Run-up questions at the end.
the next
Right,
Wait,
Kate.
last
about
week,
April. But,
The lucky is in March.
but yeah.
Another opportunity is you can be a choreographer. We do have choreographers already selected, but at the beginning of each semester, we have a choreography submission form go out, and you can submit your 30 to 45 seconds of choreography. So choreographers create their own dance. It can be a range of styles, so it can be a contemporary class, or a jazz class, or a tap class, and then it can range from beginner, intermediate, or advanced. It's a great way to like figure out your creative process and see and have you work on leadership skills. And then obviously submissions come in before each semester begins. And then another opportunity is you can be an e-board member. Hey. So we're responsible for running the dance team. We're split into different chairs to separate all of our responsibilities for each semester. We have events, team bonding, apparel, and captains. There's no experience required to be on the e-board. We send out applications for different chair opportunities. Please apply. It's real fun. I wouldn't have been on the e-board for 4 years if I thought it wasn't fun. It gives you a chance to get involved with the team. You get to meet new friends, new people, and you develop leadership skills. And so we have a form for e-board applications this semester. Something different that we're doing this semester for e-board applications is the due date will be April 7th at 5 p.m. So it's going to be open the entire semester. So you have that whole chunk of time to decide whether it is new, to decide whether or not you want to be on e-board or not. And we also have a new question on the form. It asks whether or not you would want to join e-board this semester, so spring 2023, or if you'd want to join next semester in fall 2023. So that information is in your welcome packet. Kate, I'll answer your question at the end. And again, due date April 7th at 5 p.m.
Semester long.
Yes, it's a semester long one. Another opportunity, or not an opportunity that we have, but something that will be upcoming is Studio Talk. So Studio Talk, as I mentioned, is a forum that's open to all people. It's not just restricted to dance team members, choreographers, or e-board members. And it'll be a virtual forum held where we discuss identities and their intersectionality with dance as a whole. And so that'll be held on February 4th at 5 p.m. And the link to that will be sent out, and it's going to be virtual. And so
It's mandatory.
It is required though.
Yes.
So if you are going to be in a dance, it is required that you attend Studio Talk. So Studio Talk will be after trial week. It'll be the Saturday of trial week.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you are a choreographer, an e-board member, or just a dancer, it is very important that you are able to attend. If you aren't able to attend, there will be a link that's sent out of the recording and a survey for you to fill out, but please attend if you're able to. It's a really, really great experience, and it's really nice to be able to have conversations about these topics with people.
a lot of important information is shared, and it gives us the ability to have that conversation about intersection with dance. And yes, as you said, if you are not able to attend the virtual meeting, it will be recorded, and it will be sent to those who weren't able to attend with the survey with questions for them to answer. What else?
Outside pieces?
We don't have any outside pieces this semester.
Summer break.
Well, we have, that's not true. We have an outside choreographer who will be coming in, but her class will be held in one of the weekly classes. So
That's what I mean, like.
yeah, so we have an outside choreographer, but her class will be held in a weekly class.
Who is it?
It's Sarah Broughton.
Oh, was she there my first semester?
Yes, she was. She was on e-board first semester. For your first semester. So
My
she's
first
coming back.
semester. Where is she?
What do you mean?
Like, when are the classes?
I will let you know. I'm trying to find the class schedule. Okay, so
You can't project.
no, we don't have a projector. Said. But that's why we make the welcome packet, so you can go through and find this information on your own.
You can look at it in your own time.
Exactly. So classes run on a weekly schedule. They run Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And they are in studios 410 and 422. The welcome poster was wrong. Unfortunately, there is no Studio 13. So sorry, but that's okay. So it's gonna
got
be
the first number.
it's a hard number. It's a difficult number. So the classes will be held in Studio 410 or Studio 422. And so on Sundays, the first class will be held. I love the drum roll, but hang on. I'm trying to announce it. Hang on. Maybe no.
Should we stop drum
Yeah, maybe no
rolling?
drum roll. Thank you. So the first class on Sunday that'll be held from 7 p.m. to 8:25 p.m. in Studio 422 in U Hall on Porter campus is Gabriella's class. So Gabriella's class will be an advanced contemporary class, and you can watch her 30 to 45 second video. It's linked in the class
Is
schedule.
that audition only?
No, Gabriella's class is not audition only. And then the second class that'll be held on Sunday in Studio 422 from 8:35 to 10 p.m. will be Alyssa Yaragotelis' class. And so Alyssa's class is intermediate contemporary, and you can watch the choreography. And then we have a class on Monday. So another thing that we have happen during the week, if there are open slots that are not filled by a weekly class, they are filled by open studio time. So that's a time for you to come into the studio and kind of groove out your own thing. Maybe if you work on a solo, duo, trio, small group piece, that's the time to work on it, or it's a time to practice the weekly classes that you're in, because that's when no class is being held at that time. So on Mondays, we will have open studio time in Studio 422 from 7 to 8:25 p.m. And then in that same studio, in Studio 422 from 8:35 to 10 p.m., Riss Deslarier's class will be held. Their class will be advanced contemporary. There is no audition for that class, and you can watch their choreography. And then on Tuesdays, in Studio 422 from 7 p.m. to 8:25, Blue Brown will be running their class. Their class will be an intermediate contemporary class, and you can go watch their choreography. And then on Tuesday from 8:35 to 10 p.m. in that same studio is going to be open studio time. On Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 8:25 p.m. in Studio 410, that'll be open studio time on Wednesday. And then in Studio 410 from 8:35 to 10 p.m., Sarah Broughton will be hosting her class. Her class will be advanced jazz, and her class is audition only. So you can watch the choreography. And then on Thursday in Studio 422 from 8:35 to 10 p.m. will be my class. Hey!
Audition only or no?
Audition only, yes.
What about Thursday 7 to 8:25?
We do not have a class at that time because it's being used. So that's the only.
Just the rooms are unavailable.
Yes, someone else uses that room at that time. It's not like where we have open studio time. So until that time, Thursday is the only class where we don't have two classes being held. So Thursday in Studio 422 from 8:35 to 10 p.m. will be my class. My class is advanced contemporary, and it's audition only. And then we have the calendar. The calendar is super long, and I really don't want to go through all of it. But it's also in your welcome packet, and it kind of goes over in like a month-by-month breakdown and gives you dates and times that certain events will be held, like certain forms that'll be due, and dates of shows and dress rehearsals. I'll go over the dress rehearsals and showcases. Yes.
If it is an audition only class that you're interested in attending and being a part of, for trial week, you have to go to that class, or else you can't be in the dance, because there aren't going to be exceptions made for anyone for the choreographer to be expected to meet with you at a different time before the upcoming week. So if you want to be in Sarah's advanced jazz, then on Wednesday you have to be there. And if you want to be in Rachel's advanced contemporary, then on Thursday you have to be there in order to be considered for the audition only pieces.
That was such a good point to mention. Thank you.
And also, if you,
Kate, is that a question?
I was just gonna mention something.
Can you mention it afterwards? I'm not quite done yet. I still got a couple more things to go over.
Okay. It was just about the advanced workshop rule.
I don't
Advanced dancer.
That's actually something that changed this semester. That is no longer required. I think it's important that no one feels like they have to go to a workshop. Everyone should feel as though they're open and welcome to attend any workshop, because it's just, at the end of the day, it's just a fun way
You
to
didn't
move your
mention
body.
that.
We were getting to it.
Yeah.
But yes, that is a requirement that was removed from last semester. So if you're in an advanced dance, you don't have to attend a workshop in order to stay in that dance.
Yeah.
So speaking of trial week, so trial week will start the week of January 29th.
Which is Sunday.
It is Sunday. So 2 days, people. So get excited. Get pumped. It's coming. It's starting. So
All classes are there.
yeah, thank you. Get excited. Get pumped.
And no classes during spring break, correct, Rachel?
Yes, because the university's closed, so no classes during spring break. Okay, so that's the start of trial week and classes. So that'll run January 29th through February 2nd, and then I mentioned Studio Talk will be February 4th. Solo duo trio auditions will be March 4th, and those are open to everyone. So regardless of if you're on the team or not, you can come to solo duo trio auditions and be in the showcase and audition.
So tell your friends if
Yeah.
they're excited, if they want to do something, or if you want to do something with a friend that's not on dance team, do it. We'd love to see it. That's so cool.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, it's solo, duo, trio, and small group. So it can be just one person, 2 people, 3 people, or a small group of maybe 4 people, 4, 5. And then our first dress rehearsal will be April 12th from 4 to 10 p.m. in here. And then our second dress rehearsal will be April 14th from 4 to 10 p.m. again in here. And then our first showcase will be April 15th, and then April 16th will be our second showcase. The timing for our first showcase will be at 7 p.m. Dancers are required to come an hour beforehand, so you'll need to be here at 6 p.m. And then April 16th, our show will be at 12 p.m., so you'll need to be here at 11 a.m. Make sense? Cool.
That also is completely required.
That's
like
mandatory,
you
yeah.
need to, if you are signing up after trial week to be in that class, that means that you're going to be in that class for the whole semester. And so if the sooner you can tell your professors, it's a Wednesday and a Friday this semester. So Wednesday, if you have Wednesday classes, just let your professor know. It's like, Professor Blank, I have to miss this class because of a dance thing. I know all of my professors personally have been incredibly kind, but you have to make sure you give enough time, and we will continue to remind you. But that is a requirement. It's very important that you're there both of those days, because we're doing a lot of fun stuff and we're also learning the whole finale number. So it's
Yes, the
important.
dress rehearsals are mandatory. Can you save your questions until after? Thank you. So the dress rehearsals are mandatory, and then the showcases are mandatory.
Mhm.
And that, I believe,
And workshops are optional, and so are team bonding events.
Yes.
yes, for dancers, yes, they are.
Yep.
I believe that's it. Everyone, did I miss anything?
Oh, and if you are doing a small group piece, you have to make sure you know everyone agrees to it. I was gonna surprise Casey with our number. Not okay.
No, you're right, Kate. If you want to do a small number with someone, you need to ask their permission. Because you need to ask their permission, that way everyone is on the
Were you
same
gonna
page.
mention that, or do you think that was common sense?
No, I think that was a good thing to mention, Kate. I appreciate you stating that.
Does anyone have any questions? Yeah, Karina.
Very serious that will be without the
Oh yeah, the
Yes,
finale.
Yeah, that's when the finale is.
So the everyone will learn the finale number during the Wednesday and Friday dress rehearsals before the Saturday and Sunday shows. But so we've got a little while, but I'm glad you're excited.
no unfollows and reach the sundays.
I'm sorry?
When we got the sundays.
When
Oh well, when will second years go?
you go second.
Yeah, it's just in order of year, and people like myself or Casey who are in threshold, it's based on whether you're a first year, you go with the freshmen, second year, sophomores, and then I don't know about bridge and transition years.
Unsure. What? I said I'm unsure about that. I can probably ask maybe Suzanne Carter. She might know.
I think bridge would be junior and transition would be senior.
Okay.
Because that's usually the path, except some students skip bridge year, so that's where it gets a little
Confusing.
questionable.
Yeah, more information about the finale will come out at the dress rehearsals.
Mhm.
Does anyone have any other questions?
And E-board members go with you, they're not separate.
Yes. E-board members go with their class standing as well.
Yeah, sorry, in Illinois, E-board members are already on stage at the finale.
Yeah, no, we don't do that.
A little different here.
Any?
Do you know when we'll be getting the welcome packet?
It's gonna be sent out in an email tomorrow by 5 p.m. So it'll be dropped in your inbox real soon.
For a
Any-
nice little read.
Yeah, nice little. It's gonna have a lot of information, so please read carefully.
But it also has fun pictures
Yep.
that I know Rachel spent a lot of time on making. So look at the pictures too.
I love Canva. Canva is my
It's
best
great.
friend. I make such fun posters. Any other questions? No. Yes.
Yeah.
When is trial week, like next week?
It starts on Sunday.
Starts
Yes.
on
This Sunday.
this Sunday.
So the time, the first class starts at 7 p.m.
Okay.
All of that information will be in the welcome packet.
Yeah.
So it'll be it's one of the later pages, but it's all in there. Everything that we just said.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all in the
Yeah,
welcome packet,
everything
but
we
we
said.
can tell you right now, it'll be January 29th through February 2nd. That's when it starts. That's when classes start. But trial week, you have no commitment. It's just you're testing out which classes you like, what you're feeling. The only classes that have a commitment will be the audition-only classes. So my classes and Sarah's classes.
Yep.
You will need to be there in trial week in order to be in those classes.
And
But-
if you decide you don't want to be in those audition classes, that's still okay too.
Yes.
It's not like a hard, solid commitment. It's more just to be there for the audition. You have to be there.
Yeah, it's for the choreographer to make the decision and kind of go through who all was there. If you do decide that you don't want to be in that audition only dance, I would just let the choreographer know. I'm sure that you can find their email, like their Leslie email. So
Is Sarah a Leslie person?
no, so she'll provide her email if you decide to go to her class. Because she's an outside choreographer, she wouldn't have a Leslie email.
You can also just email the dance team email.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can also email us. Our email is dance@leslie.edu if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hopes, dreams,
The other
fears.
thing is,
And we're in contact with the choreographers, and so we can also talk to them if you.
the other thing is that if you have, circling back to when Rachel talked about COVID, any symptoms, fever,
Yeah,
anything,
Yeah.
or positive test, don't come.
that's an unspoken rule. Yeah.
I know, it's just so, I sometimes will mention it
Yep.
because so much has changed since March 2020 and a lot of things have, and people have, with so much of being changed since going into
Understandable.
lockdown, people sometimes forget that we are still in a pandemic.
Yeah, understandable.
Is that a common mistake, if we're forgetful? Thing we forget?
I wouldn't say it's common, but yeah, if you are not feeling well, obviously let the choreographer know, and that way they're aware that you won't be coming to class. What we've done in the past is choreographers have provided a Zoom link for someone who can't attend, and that way they can still be like in the class without being in person. That way you don't miss any of the classes. But yeah, if you're not feeling well, like let us know, let your choreographer know, because we just want to keep everyone healthy. So.
And if you're really feeling sick, no one's gonna ask you to go on a Zoom link. That's like
Yeah.
if you feel like, oh, maybe I might have something, but I'm not sure, and you feel okay, then you can always ask your choreographer for a Zoom link. But if you miss a class because you don't feel well, that's completely fine. And please, if you don't feel well, just be in touch with your choreographer.
And don't spread it to other dancers.
Yeah, that's what we're saying by if you don't feel well, it's for your comfortability level. It's up to you. But we ask that if you are not feeling well, please do not come to class. Any more questions? Yeah.
Can you be a dancer and do the workshop at the same time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. You can even lead one. You can lead one and be a dancer at the same time. You can be a choreographer and a dancer and lead one. We have no, I don't think so.
And you can even be in threshold.
Yes, exactly. We have no restrictions. You can can be any skill level, any identity, any experience. And like you said, you can be a dancer, you can be a choreographer, you can be an e-board member, you can be a workshop leader. Does not matter.
Yeah, just be in touch with us if you have any questions about, like, because we're happy to answer questions, happy to be of use, but also make sure you do read the entire, the entire welcome packet, because there's a whole lot of good information in there that will probably answer some potential questions.
And you're all, I believe, on the interest list, and you'll all be on the team email list as well, so you'll get updates from us. We will be, I don't want to say flooding your inbox, but we're going to be popping in your inbox to say
I would frequent flyers.
Yep.
We're dance team's frequent flyer.
Yeah, we're going to pop in your inbox to say hi.
Yeah.
That is a frequent flyer.
Any other questions? No? All right, then y'all are free to go. I appreciate you coming, and that welcome packet will be sent out tomorrow.
Have a safe weekend.
Bye.
Thank you all. See you at trial week.